Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Sunday, number 25 day for the month of September 2022. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonian Defense Forces and the spokesman of the Ambazonian Governing Council, aka Sense Pass King, una own countryman. Una welcome to our daily podcast, a program where we bring una meaningful information, the truth, fact-based analysis for help we as we work for this journey to our freedom, the independence of Ambazonia. Good citizens of Ambazonia, we start today with good news. We come out from the great state of Mezam for the district of Bafut, as the Bafut 7 Kata Idan launched out a successful IED attack against the colonial terrorist forces of La République du Cameroon. Video footages then be available online where they show how the Cameroon terrorist vehicle the vehicle be hit on the spot. The vehicle looks to be completely destroyed. We could put a set of estimate amount of Cameroon terrorist forces that died in that attack to be at least 14. Since it be being a converted personnel carrier, La République du Cameroon, they around lost over 100 soldiers within the past 4 months in Ambazonia from the Atlantic state to the Savannah states. The Cameroon is being bleeded out of Ambazonia. Even in Douala today, with the increased economic toll with the Ambazonian war it inflict them for La République du Cameroon, their airport it don't cancel all flights, passengers that don't be stranded, as the company will be manage their air control system. It don't decide to go on strike following 5 years of not payment to settle their contract with La République du Cameroon. Video footages them. It show plenty Ambazonian them where them be stranded for Douala Airport. This one now one of those signals them for the scandalous situation of debt where La République du Cameroon idan carry as a result of fighting an unwinnable war against Ambazonian independence. For inside the great state of Bui, for the gateway day between Bambui and Mba, La République du Cameroon, they don't come with an individual, a healthy male Ambazonian, we assume, and they remove the person for their motor, they execute it, shoot it with gun for a head, they throw away the dead body for road, and then go them back. This type of atrocity, they don't become the trademark of the terrorist regime, where act of terrorism, targeted killing, extrajudicial execution, it then become a modus operandi for a criminal regime. These are all war crimes that have been normalized by the Cameroon state in Ambazonia. The body of the dead person will not be identifiable. All people then for inside great state of Bui, we don't pass the picture around, no person no identify our soldier, then that assist for bury the dead body. The pictures and then be kept for possible family member the way if you identify them. For the video for this podcast, we will put partial picture of the person. If person feel identify the clothing, the family member may then be notified, say Cameroon government colonial terrorists they don't kill their Pekin. From the looks of his shoes, it looked like he be a farmer or a wine tapper where they don't move on for some other place, come kill him for boy. May his soul not give any peace for a murderers. He then joined the list of over 30,000 Ambazonians, innocent civilians, unarmed, that have been slaughtered by the terrorist occupation forces of La République du Cameroon. Also, for inside the district of Balinyonga, one Ambazonian, a girl, a struggling mother, we named na Brenda. The girl, na woman, we get 3 picking them. One of the picking they just can celebrate a birthday. They be prepare for celebrating birthday this coming Wednesday. On last Sunday, the woman he hear her that he bang door for a house. If he say na a massa where it work for Douala for La Republique. He then come back for night, only for the woman for one open the door. Na Cameroon terrorists army them day for day. As usual and as expected, they move the woman, then charge you for outside, then harass you, then put it back for inside house, then execute the woman, shooting the woman with 6 bullets them for a back and for all over her body. Whether the woman be raped, we don't try to verify me whether the woman can be raped, but because her body be then be transferred for inside mortuary by people where they not be concerned about those type of possibilities. We still wait for get information about Brenda Edai. He then joined the list of Ambazonian the way they be slaughtered every single day by Cameroon occupation forces. Still for inside the Savannah state, the Cameroon occupation forces them they ran raid the Bingo Baptist Hospital for inside Bui, inside Kumbu district. La Republique du Cameroon, they come for BBH. They come open the door violently, harass staff member them for the hospital, then go away with 3 staff member them for BBH. One na Jen Sama, another 2 nurse them, na Taya Relindis and Teba Catherine. They accuse them of treating Ambazonian soldiers. The same Cameroon occupation military become for that same hospital. They remove Ambazonian soldiers the way they be found themselves inside a hospital. These soldiers were part of the Splinter Bui Warriors forces them, a member of the Bui Unity Warrior, where they be found themselves inside the hospital after an encounter with the occupation forces them. The Cameroon government be remove them, execute them outside the hospital. Will be done to put pressure for the Baptist mission to put out a statement. Even without putting out a statement, the Cameroon occupation forces sit down raid that hospital for arrest nurse. This is outrageous that the church will pretend occasionally to condemn acts of killing or atrocity that is being perceived to have been committed by Ambazonian fighters will stay silent and watch a whole state party violate every tenet of international and humanitarian law to execute patients that were under the care of the Baptist hospital, and now their staff members have been kidnapped by the Cameroon occupation forces. How could anybody possibly blame professional nurse for assisting somebody who needs care inside their premises? This is outrageous, and this should call Ambazonian attention to their expectation that religious bodies, so-called pastors and priests, those that the community are looking upon to speak for them in times of difficulties, that those people, majority of them, have been corrupted by the virus of corruption that stems from Yaoundé occultic regime that have been feeding our people with a spoon of poison in the name of corruption. One would wonder if the Baptist Church, the Baptist Convention, indeed speaks for Christ in the face of intimidation and terrorism from the Cameroon state. Why would the church members, the Secretary General of the Baptist Convention, remains silent? What message have the Baptists been preaching? I remember in the old days as a Baptist church member, we were told that you must speak the truth irrespective of the consequences. You must stand up for what is just and what is right. Were all those messages just to collect offerings? If a church cannot practice what they preach, they should cease to exist, or at least stop using the name of Christ. It is a disgrace that people are being slaughtered every single day, and the church that represents Christ, the Baptists, the Catholic, the Presbyterians, and many other are afraid of human beings and a state that carries genocide against their people to save their own head. How can you preach salvation when you yourself, you are afraid of dying? We do understand from our communication with the Baptist nurses and the heads of the hospital in BBH of the tremendous pressure and intimidation from the Cameroon state, but we expect better for people who carry the name of Christ, who also make a living from participating in an institution that bears the name of Christ. Ambazonia should never allow themselves to be treated less than human beings in the land of our birth and our homeland. We must collectively, as a people, resist Cameroon occupation and Cameroon terrorism and subjugative law on Ambazonian territory. Our sons and daughters must be mobilized. Our people must pick up arms to fight against occupation regime, these angels of death and terror that runs from Yaoundé and its Boulou Beti mercenaries that will slaughter our people until the last man for our land and the exploitation of our people. We must resist. Fellow Ambazonians, I would want to take lift to call out Marianta. We thought that when women present themselves in a liberation movement, they will bring some class and dignity. But Marianta, who have made herself with her friends as an IG president, taking over for the virtual Sarko's position, have been constant on their television network, claiming to have burned down the Cameroon electric grid in Douala, in Edia, sorry to say. She have no idea of who did it. The Ambazonian Defense Forces have been running this program for the past 2 years. We have warned the state of Cameroon. We are going to cripple their electrical grids across their national territory. We have indicated the same thing to the Australian company that seeks to open a big base and expand the production of aluminium in Cameroon, bringing raw materials from abroad and across other African countries. We have been engaged with them. This particular target of this IDEA plans was to send a message to this company to withdraw their investment in the state of Cameroon. It is not a random act, it is a planned act. We had warned Cameroon for these consequences, and we have demonstrated our capability of doing so by carrying out this attack. Marianta should stop claiming something they didn't do. Such claims are a provocation and a vexation that only bring confusion to the mindset of our people. We have announced the creation of our Department of Fire that have continued to visit premises in La République du Cameroon to make them smell the smoke that their children are burning Ambazonia. We had implemented this policy from the Dublin Declaration that the Ambazonian Governing Council authorizes its defense department to carry out cross-border raids and to inspire others to do so. We welcome every Ambazonian to participate in this program to carry out attacks in targets that will suppress Cameroon's ability to wage war in Ambazonia. We will continue to encourage our people, especially Ambazonian fighters who have crossed into La République du Cameroon, to contact us to be given intelligence on possible targets that will cripple Cameroon economy and reduce her ability to wage war in Ambazonia, and target military personnel and their infrastructure as preemptive actions to protect Ambazonia. And we are telling Ambazonians and La République du Cameroon that if they don't pull out of Ambazonia, we will target the Cameroon pipeline project. We are also calling on all Ambazonians who are in La République du Cameroon that can inflict pain and have opportunities to carry out attacks against the Cameroon state to diminish its ability to raise money and to wage war against Ambazonia, to contact us with unique opportunities and intelligence that can facilitate our activity. Every Ambazonian in La République du Cameroon is a soldier and should assume their responsibility to carry out sabotage actions, fire attacks that are geared to cripple Cameroon economy and sow chaos in La République du Cameroon. Such attacks are crucial to subdue the enemy and let them stop the impunity of waging a war in our territory. The sounds behind are a bar that was burned down in Beyamasi in La République du Cameroon. I will take leave to provide public information about how such attacks or fire attacks are done to enable to empower our people across La République du Cameroon to know how such attacks can be carried. If you are in a building and you go to the toilet and it have a roof that is made with planks or wood, you can simply burst a hole in the ceiling or open the ceiling. You go on top of the ceiling, put materials made up of tire or inflammable material. You put a candle on top of the material. You pour petrol, even as little as 1 cup of petrol, in a place that have banks in the ceiling. You light the candle. It will give you enough time to leave the building before the candle will burn to its bottom and the fire will pick steam and will destroy any target you think can help Ambazonia to push Cameroon to demobilize its soldiers back to her country to protect its property. We need to stretch the enemy. If you are in a Cameroon ministry building that you can carry out this process to bring it down, do it. If you are in any facility that is going to cripple Cameroon and make their people confused and agitated against their policy to wage war against Ambazonia, do it. Whatever an Ambazonian in La République du Cameroon can do, you may be in a unique position to carry out such attack. Do it and save Ambazonians' life from a genocidal policy being waged against our territory. If you see something, you see an opportunity, do not hesitate. Go ahead and do it. Do it and save Ambazonia. Capo Daniel, signing off.